Hello everyone and welcome to 9-Inch Charge, a Warhammer Age of Sigmar and Warhammer the Old World discussion channel. Today we're going to be discussing the Dawnbringer Crusades. There's been shufflings and murmurings across the mortal realms, posters for recruiting appearing in Excelsis, and today we're going to explore how much do we know about the Dawnbringer Crusades and where can we sign up. As ever, just before we start, please be sure to drop this video a like if you find it useful, and please consider subscribing to the channel if you'd like to see more content like this in the future. The Dawnbringer Crusades are vast caravans sent forth from the cities of Sigmar. Such caravans seek to explore beyond the walls of existing free cities and establish new settlements. A Dawnbringer Crusade is prepared well in advance, and in addition to the gathering of supplies, many prefabricated buildings are constructed well in advance of the creation of the crusade. These buildings are considered marvels of engineering and are placed along with needed supplies upon massive floating islands known as metaliths. These metaliths are then towed by the crusade during its travels to its ultimate destination. Some crusades are scant more than a few hundred souls, but many are thousands strong and truly represent Sigmar's might. These expeditions are often accompanied by Stormcast Eternals, Daughters of Cain, and Fire Slayers. The ultimate goal of a Dawnbringer Crusade is to establish a new settlement that they hope will one day grow into a settlements will often be built around ancient shrines, realm gates, or geomantic nexuses. Not all Dawnbringer Crusades succeed, and indeed many fail, as they are beset by beasts, demons, aurochs, chaos warriors, and geists that lurk in the hostile lands the Dawnbringers seek to settle in. And even those that do succeed face a constant struggle as threats seek to destroy their recently created towns, and many members of the Crusades will not live to see the fruits of their labour. When a town successfully reaches its destination, construction of the new settlement can begin. An aqualith, a purification device imported from Gairan, is placed at its centre and will aid in purifying the surroundings of corruption. The Dawnbringer Crusade seems certain to get a release in Age of Sigmar, either as an expansion to the current Cities of Sigmar book, or as something brand new that emerges from the cities. So there have been a couple of releases already for the Dawnbringer Crusades, kind of. As you'll remember, when pre-ordering the Dominion box from the Games Workshop store, you'd get a free box of Age of Sigmar Coin Malice command tokens. Now these command tokens, which were suggested you use as command point trackers, are actually talismans worn by the members of the Dawnbringer Crusades. Each token is made from materials dating back to the Age of Myth and is often inscribed with the icon of a particular crusade and then hung around the neck, wrist or belt. This small amulet bolsters the resolve of those who bear it. I think they're really cool. I really like them. I really want one. I didn't get one because I chose to support my friendly local gaming store because it's been a tough year with lockdown for smaller businesses. But it did mean that I missed out on getting these, but I'm sure there'll be a couple on eBay to hoover up later on, and I can wear one proudly around my neck before I go crusading into battle. The other release that we've seen so far for the Dawnbringer Crusades is this scenery kit, and I cannot get over this scenery kit. How many times in Warhammer and in fantasy games in general have we seen that you can buy a ruined old tower or a ruined old castle or the remains of something here or there, or fallen down bits of masonry as bits of scatter terrain? Well, now we have scenery that is actually being constructed. It's a brand new building. You can see from this statue that it's being built on top of the ruins of a previous civilization. I really love everything about it, and I especially like all the little detail, like you've got the ropes and pulleys system, that when it's on the tabletop and you're playing your games, it's really going to feel like the Dawnbringer Crusades are building this and trying to create a new city and a new settlement out in the wilds, in the places, where chaos reigns supreme. And all of a sudden, they're besieged in the middle of construction without even time to lower the pulley system. I just think this represents something fresh and new to the game, and to fantasy games in general, that we haven't seen before. I'm really looking forward to picking this up. I think it's going to look great on the table that I'm going to be building for some games that I've got coming up for the new edition. And I also really like that it isn't quite completed yet. It kind of spurs on the imagination to think what this city could look like. We have seen some artwork for the Dawnbringer Crusades. It looks kind of like the Devoted of Sigmar, people with scripture and tattoos of Galmaraz on their backs, led by priests, pulling these great big caravans and these monoliths along. backed up by Free Guild Guard, various other allies. What really caught my attention is this caravan that's in the middle here. I'm really hoping that we see this brought to life in a new model. I think this could be a really great replacement for the War Altar of Sigmar, which I think was probably always the weakest of the builds based on the Luminarch Hurricanum kit. This is something really exciting, so hopefully something new for cities, or maybe something new in its own right, but please leave a comment and let me know what you think it's going to be. I'd love to hear your ideas about it. Let's get excited and let's get the theories going. I will be covering all future updates and everything that we hear about this faction in future videos, so if you would like to hear about that, please subscribe, and if you've enjoyed this video, please drop it a like. This has been 9inch Charge. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.